5 mini threads. So, I think it's probably gonna be beneficial to talk about both chapters, I guess, the one before this and this one. But Sunju ran through niggas.
Yep.
Like I thought he didn't kill anybody. He just knocked them out, and then they had some weird medical reaction. And now it looks like Norman and all the smart kids are finna die in this new chapter.
Yep.
This is why they're basically on this suicide mission, which I'm kind of like, all right.
Did you say Norman and all of the smart kids are about to die?
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Norman and all of his special kids from the Lambda Association. I think all of them have this. Like, we all gonna die because what's his face made the comment too. I don't remember what dude's name is. But the guy that's not bald, he said, "Oh yeah, he made some off comment that was like hinting to him also
Oh
going."
yeah, like a death flag.
Yeah.
He did.
So I think it's just the case for everybody from Lambda. So I guess that means Hayato might be roped in on the BS too.
Yeah.
And it could also explain why they are so grown looking, even though their age is probably similar to Emma's and Norman's. I'm assuming it had something to do like whatever hormones they were fed in Lambda is. Oh, I can't bring up the Attack on Titan thing, but it's like similar to. It reminded me of Attack on Titan.
It
Because
could also be the reason that Norman looks a lot older than Ray
yeah,
and Emma.
the rest of them.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So yeah,
And then he was coughing up blood at the end of the chapter. They might have some disease. They got monster AIDS.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
I think it has something to do with that medication too that they were trying to give those Adams. I'm just gonna call them Adams. I don't know what the hell their actual names are, but
Yeah.
the swole things. When they started freaking out and they were like, "Oh, they need their meds." I'm assuming that's like probably everybody there has to take this thing, or at least
Yeah.
everybody from Lambda has to take this medication, um, in order to stay stable-ish. So yeah, the suicide mission. So I guess it works out for Norman's group because if them niggas is dead, oh well.
I mean, yeah.
I think the only thing I'm curious about is oh no, I'm a little bit mad about is the whole still denying us what the fuck this demon asked for.
Wait, the demon what's for?
The demon king.
What?
Emma still doesn't
Yeah.
want
The
what
one
he
with the
asked.
weird name.
Okay.
He probably asked for Phil. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Bro,
Like,
you know he can't get Phil.
yeah, I know I need that,
Oh.
but you can't tell him no. So
But Phil can. But when Phil says no, you can't have me. I already knew you asked for me. That's why I'm playing for you.
what's gonna be funny is Phil gonna come up and he gonna be like, "I actually am you, Phil." And he's just gonna take his mask off. It's gonna be Phil's face under there.
Oh no.
Mind blown. What a twist.
And then Phil's gonna take a mask off and say, "No, I was you the whole time."
What?
And Phil's gonna be the demon.
Oh, what the fuck? That's an M Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah, this whole chapter was pretty much just it was I think like pretty much this whole week was just like a slight build up for like the next chapter or two, like just across the board. So I'm getting that from this too. To be honest though, I was a little pissed about this chapter because I thought there was a couple cop outs that was kind of ridiculous. One, they got horses. What?
Out of nowhere.
Was anyone else surprised? Like just they just randomly had some horses?
No, I didn't think about it too deeply when it happened, but when you bring it up now, I think it is kind of wild because it was rare to see any type of regular animals there. They should have
Right.
got some demon horses. That would have been more
I,
sense.
I thought that it kind of made sense though because Sungju has what looks like a horse demon, and I'm
Yeah.
like, in
So
order
he
for
has
that
to
thing
eat.
to maintain that shape, it has to be eating horses.
Oh, I guess.
I
Yeah, but
guess
I
that's
guess they haven't explained enough of how that whole like in order to be what you are, you have to eat that thing. So I guess I could see how that means there's like a low amount of them in the world because they're based like all animals are basically being hunted to make a demon copy of. But at the same time, like, what's the system in place for this? Are there horse farms for this shit so your horse can eat like ground up horse meat? You know what I mean? Like, we have
Yeah.
these human farms to feed the human population, the demon human population, but we don't have. They didn't talk about any of these other constructs they need to basically meet the need for everything else in their society. Because I'm sure they have dogs. I'm sure they have like, you know what I mean? Basically a demon version of everything we interact with on the human world. So demon lions have to eat real lions. Like what's going? Like where are these systems at?
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, me and Grams did talk about it like a few weeks ago regarding like Aisha's dogs and like where those like first originated from too. I mean, like it makes sense. Don't get me wrong, but it's like again when you think about the grand aspect that like the demons are the top of the food chain, practically wiping out every other like a slightly intelligent animal also on life. It's like for like the likelihood of them running into any horses and then be able to, domesticate them, train them, capture them. It's like the likelihood of that was just like so low that them busting out horses right now is like so improbable. It's like crazy. So
I mean, but here's the thing that they basically could have stolen them from one of those one of the what do you call them? I guess like the bases or whatever where they're raised. Well, one of the cattle places, and they might have had like a separate location within that base where they had horses that they were feeding to certain demons in order for them to maintain that horse type form for carrying shit back and forth. That's all theories, of course, but I would guess that the horses are something that they recently captured and they've been secretly trying to learn how to ride them and so forth.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, it's possible. Again, it's definitely possible. So I can't really argue against it per se. But I don't know. So I was just like, oh my god, we need to get there so fast. What are we gonna do? Man, get this kid some horses. Like
Yep.
that's how it felt like.
How about we've been learning how to ride them this whole time? What?
Yep.
Exactly. It's like I don't know, but technically, again, it's possible. So whatever.
Yeah. The other point you mentioned, surprised too that Gillian decided to turn coat and help
Oh
the squad out. I was
yeah,
like, yo, dog,
no, that's
definitely
random.
to blame me. But I think now knowing that basically all of Norman's crew is gonna die, it makes sense. I felt like if they weren't, they were just doing it for the shits and giggles. Gillian definitely would have joined because then it would have made like a longer plot point when it comes to this like Norman's ideals versus Emma's ideals. But
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like they're just gonna do this goofy thing and then they're dead. Is what I'm reading. At which I'm a little bit disappointed too as well because I feel like it robs Norman of the respect he kind of deserved or like the point he's trying to make with his argument of like there's no point in leaving these demons around. Now it makes it look like he just did it because he was gonna die and he actually didn't want to do it. When before
Hmm.
it seemed like
Yeah.
no, he had a valid point, Ray had a valid point, and Emma had a valid point in terms of like what things they wanted to accomplish. Now it's just like, oh, Norman just seems like the crazy dude that wanted to kill everybody because he was gonna die.
Yeah. 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 Look. So.
I
Uh,
am hyped for all the Power Rangers to come together though. That's
yeah.
all. I want to see Sungju come in. Lewis is dead, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Oh, so that nigga dead. So I'm curious to see who Sungju is gonna have an interaction with on in the demon world because I feel like there's got to be one or two niggas he knows. Would have assumed maybe like him and Lewis would have interaction, but yeah, Lewis is dead, so that's not happening. So
Hmm.
yeah,
I mean, for all we know, maybe Sungju he might have been royalty in the past, and he probably like fell in love with music or some shit, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll ride with you anywhere."
well then if he's, oh no, because the guy that Lord Bayon was talking about is actually the dude that was exiled, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it couldn't be that guy then. So yeah.
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, every time I think about Sungju, though, I just remember when he just had, or like they pretty much showed like his malicious intent. It's like don't forget, he practically almost had the same mindset as Lewis. Like
Yeah.
he was only about saving them kids because he thought one day they were gonna put up a good fight, just like Lewis. So it's like,
No, no, no. I thought the reason he said that was because he doesn't want to eat meat that's raised on some like McDonald's type shit. He wants meat that is yeah, that grew up on its own
oh
out in the nature,
no, you're right.
because that's the type of meat that he doesn't eat anymore. That
Right. No, no,
cattle
you're
shit.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're
So as
right.
soon as I'm gonna pump out that first baby, it's fair game, bro. Sun's
Exactly. On site.
Right. So it's like, but I mean, even still though, I mean, like, well, what I'm saying is that like he is down for still eating and hunting humans, low key.
yeah.
So it's like knowing that, like him being supportive of this plan, like doesn't make sense. So I'm feeling that if they want to stay true to his character, there has to be some point in time where I'm not gonna say it's a complete betrayal, but like they have to like reveal that side again, you know? It's like now we pretty much see like he didn't kill the Adams, he didn't really like try to box him, even though for like a fair fight and hunt, like he should have been trying to murk them kids, but I guess maybe he'd even respect them as like worthy adversaries, considering how easy he dropped them. I mean, I don't know how they want to like word that or like make that like the have that be perceived, but I don't know. It just feels like it's not like they're not showing his complete character right now. So I'm getting paranoid, like, oh, it's gonna get revealed at some point. So when is that gonna be?
Yeah. Adding more to your point, it's even crazier because basically Emma's ideal, which was like, oh, let's give them all the blood, and then they don't need to eat humans anymore. It's like actually, Sungju is the perfect example of it not working because
Right,
he's right next to Musica, who can give him that ability, but he's still like, no, I want to hunt them at the end of the day. So
right.
it's kind of like,
No, I thought he did have the ability already. I thought she gave him his blood already, which is the reason that he's still
No,
maintaining his human shape and everything.
right. No, I'm
you,
right. Uh,
yeah, I'm not sure if she did or didn't. I'm just saying in general, like even though she did, he's still like, yeah, I'm hunting these niggas. Period.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Either one, like the author forgot about that, but I doubt, or like something. I feel like something's gonna just gonna happen. I just don't know how.
Yeah, I'm interested in what's gonna happen after this climax right now at this point because now knowing that okay, basically whatever's gonna happen at the ceremony, we're going to leave it with Norman and all of them being dead because there's not gonna be a way to fix them unless somehow Musica can. So these niggas are pretty much gonna be dead, and then whatever the repercussion of Emma's promises will be done because she closed the gate. So, to my understanding, the gate was closed when she showed back up. So everybody's stuck there.
Right. It's like, I mean, from how I'm under, at least starting understanding it at the moment, is that Emma made the deal with the demon, with like the demon Jesus, right? Like the deal is pretty much made, and all she has to do is deliver on her end, and
Mm-hmm.
then her conditions will be met, as far as like all the
Right.
kids being teleported and the gate closing. So,
Got you, got you.
I mean,
But
considering,
I'm thinking it's something that they have to actually go to though. Like I don't think they're going to automatically be teleported. They'll still have to walk to this door to cross over to the other side, and then it'll automatically just be destroyed or something.
oh, you think so?
Yeah, because I can
I
low
can,
key see them all working their way going toward the door, and then Sungju like, oh shit, hold on, y'all finna leave me? Fuck that, I'm trying to eat y'all, and then he switched sides on them.
Hmm. Damn. I mean, if that's the case, that kind of brings up like some other variables. Then, I mean, to be honest, if okay, if it weren't like that, my biggest question then would be, how does the demon Jesus really enforce the promises and policies that he creates? Then, you know what I mean? Like how does his will be followed in the demon world? Like, how does that translate exactly then? Because if that's the case, it's more just y'all should let him through. Nobody kill him or else blank. Like to me, that's kind of weak, to be honest. Like I thought that like his powers was just so strong and OP that he would just make his will be done like that. You know? So I don't know. I'd just be a little curious to see how that would work then.
But that could
If that theory is true.
be a part of the conditions though. Instead of like he might have the ability to do it, but it could just be like he's like, oh yeah, I want your soul, Emma, and you guys have to make it to the portal yourself. Once you guys cross it, I'll close it, but I'm not teleporting you there. Like he could just say that as like one of his conditions. So then it's like, yeah, he has the ability to do it. He's still a god, but it's just like he's like, nah, I'm a dick. So
Hmm.
y'all figure it out.
Damn. Well, I mean, if that's the case, I'd definitely be impressed then more so by Emma if she could pull that off.
Yeah.
But let's see. Wasn't anything else really big
Okay.
I saw from this one.
We can rate it. I think I will give this probably a decent, almost a decent plus. I think Promised Neverland is finally doing things to make me more curious than I was before. I still think there's some goofy stuff going on. It's definitely not the same hype as the beginning, but this Sunju part and what's about to happen at this ceremony is definitely got me curious. Plus this Demon King that they keep teasing the promise for. So I think these past two chapters were decent.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've been giving them like decents all day, but another decent. I mean, it's pretty much just a setup for the next chapter or two. Curious a little bit like how those next chapters are gonna be, but as far as the chapter itself, there weren't really any big reveals or not really hardcore that much to think about, other than as we all pretty much assumed, everyone's about to meet up at the Capitol and Ish is about to go down. Like that's pretty much what this chapter is telling me. So I'll give it a decent for that.
I think I'm gonna give it. I was gonna give it a decent minus, but I'm gonna slightly bump it up to a decent plus, just because I'm thinking that they're gonna hit us with some kind of plot twist as soon as they all meet up, or right before they all meet up within this next chapter or two. It's like everything seems like shit is going smoothly. They're saying that's when everything's going smoothly that you have to be really on edge and so forth. I feel like something's gonna come out of nowhere and we're gonna be like, shit, we didn't see that all this time. So I'm making this bet on that, and with that being the reason I'm giving it a decent plus right now. But other than that, it's not really anything hype going on.
Got it.